kind of know for you.
We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Like another lot of spots.
Yeah, I don't see any.
The bigger ones down farther. It's still 0.9 miles to the big parking lot.
Okay.
And little restaurants and stuff here.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling we wouldn't be able to get in one of those,
Okay.
especially with this thing.
Right. Now, how do you stop and parallel park here?
Well, if you got a little car, you can.
No, but I mean, like, you got people behind you. How would you parallel park? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Unless you lucked out and got here early enough, you could pull forward and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, there might be some spots. Get my money ready. No bumps. There's nobody there. What do you think?
Drive around and look.
Pick that end spot. No. No spot there. Let's go way out there.
Yep. Park right next to that Porsche.
Yeah,
Yay.
there we go.
Perfect.
Just as well. How am I?
You're good.
Hey everybody. We found a spot at City of Cardiff Beach just for the day. We're parking. Gonna stay here for a few hours before we head up to the hill and spend the night at the Golden Acorn Casino before we go back to Phoenix. It is just too cool to get out of here too fast. So we're gonna enjoy some little time at the beach. But this is a huge parking lot, so there's lots of places to park. I even saw one lady in a camper van parked right at the edge there with her front open, sitting there. So you park $15 a day and you have to get a little pass to park here for the day. But it's open sunrise to sunset. It's like 75 degrees, 76, and just nice and cool. We'll take you go up to the beach in a minute and show you around on the beach. Got a little restroom area and shower area here. And it's just, we're not ready to go back to 118 degrees yet. Nope. Goodness. Yay. Hey, Patch. Watch out. There comes the water. Woo-hoo. And what did you guys do to me? Whoa. We like to stop at the Golden Acorn on our way back from San Diego because a couple of reasons. It's a good hour's drive from San Diego, and also they do allow overnight parking here, and it's about an hour away. It's also a nice place to get up in the morning and head into Phoenix. We usually park on the far end of the parking lot. Kind of, there's an place at the end where you can get in the dark and kind of be not in the bright lights of the parking lot. It does have the best prices between Yuma and San Diego. We find that it's usually about 20% cheaper than anybody else in the area. There's a great little restaurant that has a lot of things you can choose from. They have a yummy prime rib dinner special that they were running for $7.77 for prime rib. So check it out if you stop there. They also have good coffee in the morning. If you want to get some coffee in the morning, they're open 24 hours. Hey, safe travels whatever you're doing this time of year, and if you like this video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that little bell so you'll be notified. Following this video, I'm going to add a little section to tell you more about how to get bookings at the beaches in California. Have a great day. Dave here. Welcome back. I like to add this little section at the end to share some tips and information for you on how to get the best spots in San Diego, how to save a little bit of money. So if you are used to going to San Diego and you've done it many times, then you can skip this. But if you've never been there before, hang on here. I'm going to show some things that might save you some money, save you a little time too. So just keep in mind, we live in Phoenix, and so I kind of, everything I do is based around that. If I take a trip to San Diego, I'm going to try and get the best gas that I can before I cross the border of California and Arizona. Typically, although lately it's not been the case, but typically in the past, gas is cheaper in Arizona than it is in California. But strange, in the last 6 months, 8 months, it's been about the same, but lately it's gone back the other way again. So I did find that gas was cheaper in Arizona. The moment you cross over the border, for some reason, it goes up. So here's a couple of tips for how to save some money. What I did is I got gas in Yuma at the Fry's fuel station. I used my Fry's fuel points. I got like 85, 95 cents a gallon off of the regular price, which was $3.69. So I ended up getting gas for like $2.89 a gallon in Yuma. And I filled up my tank. And that way, I could almost go from Yuma to San Diego and back again on a full tank. I don't really need to stop and get gas anywhere. But I do like to top off at the Golden Acorn Casino because they do have prices that are reasonable for California. And right now it's showing $4.40. Actually, it's $3.39. But if you go to other stations in the area, you'll see that they're going to be a lot more. There are some stations that were charging like $5.50, $6 a gallon. It's crazy, but yet other ones were reasonable. So to save yourself a little money, fill up in Yuma before you cross over into California, or go to like the Golden Acorn Casino, get gas there if you need it. Or if you have a Costco card, there are a couple of Costco stores in San Diego, and there's also one in Carlsbad and up the beach here, Oceanside. We did hit the Costco in Oceanside and got gas for about the same price as we got it at the Golden Acorn. So I just topped off a little bit, and then I was good for the rest of the trip. And so that's a little money-saving tip for you. I think my total gas bill, we traveled about 900 miles total, and I spent about less than $220 in gas. And mind you, I started with a full tank in Phoenix when I left. So I didn't think that was too bad. And if you want to save some money on gas, that's a couple of tips to help you. And it's the same way if you're going from Blythe to Los Angeles area, get gas and before you get to Blythe, get like Ehrenberg. There's a couple of stations on the Arizona border side. So little tips there for you for traveling to California from Arizona. If you want to get a beach spot, and there are lots of really nice campgrounds between Los Angeles and San Diego. I mean, there's even more up north, but we kind of limit it to this area. A couple years ago, we did go farther up north and stayed at like Pismo Beach. We did stay at San Simon. And we went to Hearst Castle. That was really cool. We took the motorhome up the Highway 1, up Big Sur. Really cool drive. Check back on some of my videos, a couple that I did California RV trips and stuff, and I think there's some on there for those places. But if you want to book a beach spot, keep in mind that you want to go to the California Parks and Recreation website. Also, be sure to read all of these little information here on the website. There's a lot of information. Some of it you can kind of skip over, but there is a reservation fee. They have information here on whether you can have dogs at certain campgrounds and stuff. So be sure you read. Each campground is going to have a little bit different rules. If you want to reserve a spot at one of the campgrounds, you're going to go to online camping reservations at reservecalifornia.com. When you click on this, then the online link will come. There is a window of 6 months out. So if you say, I want to stay at Doheny Beach, and you go up to Doheny Beach, that's a great beach. There's no hookups there, but you don't really need them. There's some really cool camping spots, and it's close to the beach. You say, well, I don't know, what time do I want to get there? So the farthest window that you can go out is 6 months. So when I did this video, it's July 27th. So January 27th is the farthest date out that I can start booking a campsite. I highly recommend it. Go on to their website at about 5 in the morning when they open up the website, and then you can start booking these 5 a.m. Like if I want to get there on the 28th, then I want to go in tomorrow morning, July 28th, and I want to book January 28th as soon as I can in the morning. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the way everybody does that. And so the only way to get the best spots is to get there right 6 months early. Some places like San Onofre Bluffs, you can have a little more luxury of time. You don't have to be in quite such a hurry because it doesn't fill up as fast. But some beaches do fill up fast. So let's say I want to pick a spot on January 3rd. And I want to stay for 4 nights, and then I want to pick my camping. I'm going to be in an RV, and my RV is 20 feet long. I think there are some campgrounds that have a limit on how big of RVs can stay there. I think with Doheny you're fine if you got a camper van or a small motorhome. My folks went there with a 30-foot bounder years ago, and they had plenty of room. Check the spots though ahead of time and show results. And right now there are 58 sites available for Doheny, which is pretty good. That's a lot of spots. So you click on Doheny Beach, and then I suggest going to the map view, because if they do it this way, if you don't know which loop you want in, it's like, I don't know which loop is North Loop, South Loop. So look at the map view. It's a little bit better that way. And this way you can kind of see what spots are close to the beach. And of course the North Loop is right there, and the South Loop is down here. And you want the numbers like 41, 43, any of these that are right on the beach. Those are going to be the ones to grab, or the ones back one spot if they're not available. So North Loop, you're going to be looking for number 40 through 51. So click on there, and then you can see. So the ones that are green right there are open. See what I mean? All those that are red, those mean people have booked those already. Just keep that in mind. If you want a good spot right on the beach, book that morning as far out, 6 months out as you can. These people probably booked it a few weeks ago, and they got early in the morning and got the spot they want. But there is a spot right there, 52. You can just click on 52. And then it'll tell you how much it is for 3 nights. You say, oh, I want to book it right now. And then it will give you a price. Let's see, just for grins and giggles, $50 is the regular daily fee of $50 a night. And that's, senior citizen camping discount. $2, okay. Hey, I'll take it. So you're going to click on here like how many adults. My wife and I, well, we don't have any children, but we do have a dog. Sometimes they want to know if you have a dog. And look at that. They don't care if you have a dog or not, I guess. They do want to know what kind of camping unit you have and so on, and your length. So do these kind of things, and then you can book your reservation. Don't forget to apply your senior citizen discount. If you're a senior citizen, get those discounts. But $48 a night or $50 a night for California beach camping is not unreasonable. If you go to some of the fancy RV parks, and there's nothing wrong with them, but some of the, like Mission Bay has some great RV parks, they're going to charge you about $125 to $150 a night. Of course, they got pools and golf courses and everything you probably don't really care about, but they're going to charge you about twice as much. So just keep that in mind. $48 for the beach in the July, and it's cool. Book it ahead of time, and then you know, and you've got it paid for. And I like to book the spots that I think I want to go to and kind of get a calendar and get everything on a calendar so I can remember where I want to go. Just a little tip, the farther out you can get those, the better chance you're going to have of getting some spots. Now, Doheny is right here near Dana Point. I should do like a video just on some of these beaches. Some of these beaches are better than others. Like Doheny's a real nice one. Some of these other ones we haven't been to before. But we have been to San Clemente. And San Clemente State Beach, that's a nice one. It's not right on the beach, but the campground area is nice. There's a walkway that goes down to the beach right there. So that's a good one to consider. I think the rates there are about the same as Doheny. There's also a really lovely little campground that we stayed at up here called San Mateo. It's up on the hill. It has hookups, showers, a dump station, etc., etc. And I think it's a little bit cheaper than the ones right on the beach. But you're still close enough. If you have a vehicle or bicycles and stuff, you can ride your bikes down to the beach. We stayed at the San Onofre State Beach at the Bluffs, which was actually down in this little town they call Agua right here. That's what the Bluffs is, right in here. And there's a spot here where you can click on San Onofre Bluffs Campground right there. All right, so just something to think about, ways to save money. We usually do our grocery shopping. We wait because it's so hot here in Phoenix. We wait and do our grocery shopping in town at like a Vons or a Ralph's, and because it is so hot that our refrigerator just has a hard time getting cooled down enough to put the perishable kind of foods. We can put soda pop in there fine, but we don't want to put ice cream in the freezer because it just doesn't quite get cold enough to keep the ice cream frozen, especially when you're talking 118 degrees in Phoenix like it is today. It's just obscene. Anyway, safe travels. Hope this helps you get out and see the beach at least one time. It's great. It's a way to be cool. It was beautiful weather. The weather was like 74, 75, and 65 at night, so you can't beat that. Take care. Catch you later, guys. Have a great day. Bye.